I mean, the one thing I'm going to leave you with this: we are not nearly done fighting. We are just getting started.
Mm.
To win this and to defeat the prosecutors from the Southern District of New York takes effort from beginning to end. Today was a major, major step in the right direction, but we fight on and we're going to win, and we're not going to stop until he walks out of prison a free man to his family.
Been following this Diddy trial, and it's been really, really eye opening. You got a lot of people with a lot of different thoughts about what happened here and where they might have gone wrong. But I think really we have to be honest about what transpired here. I've always maintained that although Diddy did some unsavory things, he did some heinous things. That he was overcharged for what this criminal enterprise was supposed to be, and this RICO and the trafficking and stuff. Like, it really just comes down to an abuse and an overreach of the federal government, for this case to go as far as it did. All the raids and stuff, people just assumed obviously he's guilty. The feds went after him, and something in me just told me to stop. And I was like, nah, this doesn't seem right. Something doesn't seem right here. And sure enough, a jury agreed with us. You know what I'm saying? Give it up. Give it up. Yeah. Fawcett Media. So it's been a lot going on today. The verdict came in. Sean Diddy Combs, not guilty on 3 out of 5 charges. Yeah. And here's his legal team. Mark Agnifilo leads off.
All right. Thank you all for being patient. Am I speaking loud enough? You all can hear me okay?
Oh, yeah.
Great victory. It's a great victory. All right. Today's a great victory. It's a great victory for Sean Combs. It's a great victory for the jury system. You saw that the Southern District of New York prosecutors came at him with all that they had.
Mm-hmm.
They're not stopping, but one thing stands between all of us and a prison, and that is a jury of 12 citizens.
That's right.
And we had a wonderful jury. They listened to every word, and they got the situation right, or certainly right enough. They acquitted him of the sex trafficking, which he was absolutely innocent of. They acquitted him of the racketeering conspiracy that he was absolutely innocent of, and all of the components to it. The kidnapping, he was innocent of that. The arson, he was innocent of that. The
Didn't have any
obstructing
proof.
justice, he was innocent of that. And that is no longer just me saying that. That is the verdict of our jury. So today's a great day. Today is a win. Today is a victory of all victories for Sean Combs and our legal team. And I want to say one thing. There are very few people around whom a legal team could coalesce and become one. And Sean Combs is that person, and we are all blessed to be part of it.
Wow.
And I am now done speaking to you, and I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Garagos.
There it is.
Right, I first want to thank
Penny
my
Garagos.
client, Sean Combs, for trusting us, myself, and everybody here, this incredible dream team that he put together. Without him, we would not have been able to do this.
And they are a dream team. They definitely came together and coalesced very well. You could tell they were the best that money could buy for this particular moment. Even scouting people from the YSL trial, which you see right here, Brian Steele, the man himself, and Nicole Westmoreland.
He is incredible, and I want to thank him. I want to thank the jury for putting such great care into this case. They came early every single day, and I want to thank them, as I said in my opening, standing between all of us and the drastic consequences of the criminal convictions of sex trafficking and RICO is a jury of our peers. And I thank them. I want to thank the judge, and I want to thank Despite the terrible conditions at the MDC, I want to thank the good people who worked there, who ensured that we had sufficient amount of.
And that's another thing. Those conditions in NBC are awful. Like the fact that, you know, I don't know if you have heard, probably you've already bumped into this information, but Judge Subramanian the judge did not grant Diddy bail, which awaiting sentencing, it was thought maybe that he would be able to live in his Miami house on Star Island and basically not be able to move around, give up the plane keys and everything away. But now he's got to spend the rest of his time in MDC in New York still. Unless something, you know, unless they can move something around, you know. And he was willing to give up, I think, $1 million bail to do it. That's the strangest part about this, is that Diddy's had to sit in jail this whole time. I think now with this ruling, you know, the judge was concerned because he said that Diddy was a violent person. But I think that really is kind of maybe cover for him after having this ruling. You know, it was said that after the trial that he was visibly smiling and kind of, you know, enjoying in the proceedings, but he had to turn around and then be tough on the bail, you know what I mean, that Diddy would be granted or not granted in this case. So Diddy's going to remain in jail until sentencing, as far as we know now.
Time to prepare for trial. It is extremely difficult to prepare for a federal case in the conditions at the MDC, and they did everything they could to make that happen. I want to thank them. I also have been saying this since the beginning of this case. Sean Combs has not sexually assaulted anybody. I've been saying this for months. We've said it with each lawsuit that came out, and today that was proven true. The media got it wrong about Sean Combs every single day for nearly 2 years. I ask that for every time you guys see a civil lawsuit, criminal complaints or criminal indictments,
right,
you actually take a look and analyze these and see whether or not these are actually going to stand up in a court of law. Because today they did not. He is not.
Yep, and they definitely got it wrong. You got so many YouTubers out here that were just so sure Diddy is done. Every video title, everything they put up. People on Twitter, everybody was just, you know, we were in the minority even considering the fact that it might be a chance that he gets off on this. It's crazy.
Sexually assaulted anybody, certainly hasn't sex trafficked anybody, and the jury found that today. Thank you.
All right.
I am now going to pass this over to Mr. Steele.
Brian Steele.
Good evening. Good evening. I want to thank the ladies and gentlemen to my right and my left. There is not a better group of honest and ethical, hardworking, and zealous lawyers, and I especially wish to thank Mark and Tenny for allowing me and everyone else to come together. On behalf of my family, myself, I wish to thank you all for being here and writing truthfully about a man wrongly charged with most of the crimes, and that we all must remember that allegations are nothing. And I'd like to thank Sean for letting me be here. Thank you all. God bless you.
Nice. Very brief. He took a star turn in the YSL trial. This guy right here is part of the reason that Young Thug is now a free man, even if he is on probation. So he's been having a run, what do they call it? A historical run. This guy is killing it. If you ever in trouble, man, Brian Steele would be the guy to call, man. In this case, especially. Next up, we got Nicole Westmoreland, the young lady next to him.
Thank you all. God bless you.
She is a star in her own right. She was also part of the YSL trial. And she killed it for this case.
Thankfully, in our our country, we have a right to a jury trial.
Right.
And thankfully, Mr. Combs took that right.
Mm-hmm.
He actually battled for his freedom, for his innocence. He did it. And a lot of times, you know, people are too afraid to do it. And he did it, and we're so happy that he did. We're proud of him. We are completely honored that he put his faith and his trust in us to fight for him. Today is a major win to show what the system can do. We appreciate and we're so thankful to the jury. Thank you to the court. Thank you, New York. It's been a pleasure being here and fighting in your district. Thank you so much. And listen, we appreciate the media. We do. There was a lot of reporting on the accusations. There was a lot of reporting on the indictment. Please report just as vigorously on the acquittal of these counts, please, because that's also the right thing to do. Thank you.
There it is. Dropping bombs on them. Cole Westmoreland.
Good afternoon.
Killed
Good
it.
afternoon.
This is Xavier
First of
Donaldson.
all, I want to thank this wonderful team behind me. I am so happy that they allowed me to join it. I would like to say that I've done a lot of trials, but this is probably the most special one to me. And most important, I want everyone to know the job is not done yet. We're not finished. The job is not done yet. And so I want to, again, thank Mark, Tanny, and the rest of these wonderful lawyers behind us. They did a fantastic job. And like those...
And this is for all the people that were saying he didn't have any diversity in his representation. This is definitely two people right here that were instrumental parts of the team. Xavier Donaldson joined the team shortly before the trial began and his experience as a former Bronx County prosecutor.
For me, I've said our system, the jury system, is important. We need good people to serve on juries. We need good people to come and say a person is not guilty. Take that courage to do that. It's okay. We want you to serve on juries. This particular jury was a special jury. It was fantastic. It listened. It paid attention. It put the nonsense to the side. It put the distraction to the side.
Right.
And came to a lawfully good, just conclusion. Juries are important. Juries are important.
Yeah, because how many times do we get the jury instructions or the jury duty forms and people disregard them? And they're like trying to figure out ways to get out of them. Oh, I got to work all week. Oh, man, I can't forget. No, if you don't have this, like, we can't really say anything about when people get railroaded or sent up the river, you know. And a lot of people, they even had one juror that was removed that probably would have been pro Diddy because of a discrepancy with his address. Apparently he had a girlfriend in New Jersey, so that just voided him from getting out there. I think there was a prosecution actually pushing that trick, but it's very important having juries out there that can see you as a human, that can not just shuttle you off and, you know, get you caught up for real. A lot of juries are very homogenous. You know, that's why they pick certain jurisdictions to try to angle and, you know, get people caught up. So this was a decently diverse jury as well, being in New York City.
But more important than that, I think, is people wanting to be on juries. So for all of you all listening, for all you out there in the public, please accept the call, become a juror, and do the right thing. Thank you very much.
All right. Good. That was a good message, man. Okay. This is Alexandra Shapiro.
Such a privilege to be a part of this legal team, this amazing legal team, and to represent Sean Combs. And this is a reminder to everyone, I hope, about the flaws in the criminal justice system, and for everyone to take a second look when the government charges people with crimes, and especially when the Southern District of New York does here.
Oof.
And so I hope everyone takes that seriously. And we take this as an enormous victory and win. This is a huge win. He was acquitted of sex trafficking, acquitted of RICO conspiracy, and he will be able to sleep well at night knowing that. Okay.
Wow.
Thank you to everyone. We
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Jason, guys, can any of you share what
All right. This guy is
I want to start just by thanking my family and the
this guy. Let me see what his name is. He's the one of the brains behind finding the case law when the judge would stop the case. He was very important too. He played some good roles late in the trial, doing a lot of the research. You know, the other guys are mostly the faces of the legal teams. Okay, that's Jason Driscoll. Jason Driscoll is an associate at Shapiro's law firm, Alexander Shapiro. And he was one of the most junior members of Combs' defense team. He graduated from New York University School of Law, go Violets, and completed 2 deferral clerkships. So, yeah, he's got a bright future ahead. And he, like I said, he was instrumental in finding some of the case law in this case to really drive the point home. Look at everybody smiling. It's like their little brothers up there.
Well, I want to start just by thanking my family and the families of each of the lawyers here for giving us the space and the time to serve Sean and to fight for Sean. I want to thank the court for giving us a fair fight. And you see what happens when you have a good defense team come together in front of a court that gives the defense team a fair fight.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, I just want to thank Sean for giving me the honor and the privilege of serving him. Thank you.
Awesome. Great. All right. This is this Ana Estaveo? I'm sorry. Ana Estaveo. I believe that's her. Yes. So Ana Estaveo, you see how many people it takes to get this thing done too, right? Serious business. That's why it's so expensive, man. All right, Ana Estaveo. Ana Estaveo is a partner at New York law firm Harris Trascoma LLP. She graduated from New York University. That's 2 for 2. School of Law. And briefly, if you don't know, I went to New York University too, so for grad school. Yeah. And briefly worked as a federal defender in California, according to her LinkedIn profile. So yeah, let's see what she got to say.
I feel like there's not a lot more that I can say because of these wonderful people have really said all there is to say, but I do want to thank Sean for the privilege of this opportunity to help him clear his name after all, with the Southern District coming after him, guns blazing. It really is a testament to the fact that when you get a fair trial and a jury of your peers listens to the evidence, they will do the right thing. And I just want to say again how proud I am to be part of this team and to have helped Sean get a just verdict.
All right. Nice. Short but sweet.
Can anyone share what Mr. Combs wanted to say? Can anyone share what Mr. Combs wanted to say in court when he raised his hand during the bail hearing? Does anyone know? No.
Oh, he wanted to have some words. Diddy wanted to have some words with the court. That's pretty dope. Yeah, man. I think this is wrapping up.
So I'm not going to talk about the bail decision because it's still a pending unresolved matter. And I don't think we're going to take any more questions. I want to thank you all. You guys have been so diligent and dedicated. I pass you guys in the rain. I walk by you in the sun, and you're all out here every day. And I just want to thank you. But I don't think we're going to take any questions.
Can you take us through the ups and downs of the day, though? Because Mr. Combs got acquittals on the major charges. Maybe thought he could go home tonight, and then was told he couldn't.
So a lot of these things are still in process. I mean, the one thing I'm going to leave you with this. We are not nearly done fighting. We are just getting started. To win this and to defeat the prosecutors from the Southern District of New York takes effort from beginning to end. Today was a major step in the right direction, but we fight on and we're going to win, and we're not going to stop until he walks out of prison a free man to his family. Thank you all for coming.
That was dope. There he is, the man himself.
We are back with our breaking news. The judge
That was dope, man. That they really putting it together. He put together an all-star winning team, a dream team, if you will. Has echoes of the team that O.J. Simpson put together. Those people went on to have very successful careers as partners of law firms and media pundits and all of that. Actually, we got a second generation in there too with Tenny Garagos. Her dad, Mark Garagos, Johnny Cochran, the late, great Johnny Cochran. I know he is smiling down. He represented Diddy in a case previously. Got him some justice and got him off on I think the weapons charge from the nightclub, I believe. They had Johnny Cochran, man. They should do a long form video on Johnny Cochran and his impact, man, because I think he changed the game, man. With that OJ victory and then like the things after the Michael Jackson, which was questionable because I think they did settle in some ways later, or Michael had to settle later, but no criminal charges. It's a lot you can do with a great lawyer in your corner. And I'm telling you, Diddy could not have done it with those people that were sitting there, without those people that were at that podium. 100%. He needed probably every one of them in some way, shape, or form. And they all stepped up. And it just goes to show you, they said the feds have a 99% conviction rate. I'm just throwing out that number. That's not exact. But they have a high conviction rate unless you take it to trial and unless you can afford to pay for the best. Now, he did get found guilty on those 2 charges of the Mann Act violations for Cassie and Jane. But I think with this type of team, like, you could see him possibly beating those and walking out of jail a free man. So shout out to them. Shout out to Diddy. I know, like they said, he's going to sleep way better tonight, knowing he doesn't have a life sentence hanging over his head. He after the verdict was brought down, he was on his knees praying, and I think that's a very important thing. He was probably telling God, "I'll never do anything to get myself in this type of position again." I could tell after getting off on that charge so many years ago in the early 2000s and then now running into this, I bet you Diddy's going to have to change a lot about how he operates in this world. He was already kind of leaning towards that, like giving the masters back, calling himself Brother Love and all this stuff. Like, he was kind of leading towards living his life in a different way. And I think he understands that I can't ever be in that position again. I'm skating on thin ice, and I once again defeated the odds. So, but we knew he was overcharged, and we knew that these things that he was doing were not these high-level RICO charges that they wanted to make them out to be. So, shout out to him, and hopefully he gets out soon. But either way, I thank you for joining me. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. If you want to watch more, please watch one of these videos down below. This is Fawcett Media.